car again. Do they have to come again?
Guys, if you wanted to tag along, you could have just asked. Seeing as you're here, you might as well jump in. We're gonna go and try and find a waterfall. Just a short one to show you what we can get up to in a day.
I'm exhausted. What the fuck have I found here? Check this out for pristine beauty in the middle of nowhere. I've somehow stumbled across an old mining site. We're gonna backtrack out of here and try and get to Innot Hot Springs. Even the main road's a bit rutted. You'll be right. We're well into the track now. Full disclosure, it is the end of the wet season. Maybe too muddy, may even be flooded still, but it's half the fun, isn't it? We're looking for Mowbray Falls in Silver Valley. We've just stopped and loaded the Starlink to see if we can find the right track. We've got the main road behind me, one little side track here. We know we've got to dart off to the left, bit of four-wheel driving involved. We'll keep going exploring and see if we can find it. She is definitely four-wheel drive only. If you couldn't tell from the main road trying to get into this track, you get straight into some pretty gnarly ruts. To be honest, I think we're going to meet our match. I do have a spot to turn around right here. I don't know whether to take it or try and push ahead. Already popped one CV boot. If you slip off of this, mightn't look it on camera, but that's about a metre hole. I've pulled the plug. I'm not confident continuing down this pretty hairy track without either A, someone with us to get us out, or B, having a bit of side protection on the car. There is another possible way to get in here. Just going to backtrack and see if we can get to it. If not, we might try and get to some hot springs. Fingers crossed we can get to these falls though.
No! I want to go to the hot springs.
I've got to hang hard to the left. Unfortunately, I've got an awning on that side of the car, so it might get a rub on these trees. Was tight. Did we almost slip in? Yeah, that's why we're turning back. Let's go! Got another showstopper. This washout, chest height. Holy crap, if you drove into this you would never recover. Don't even think you'd squeeze around it. I'm going to follow this little creek down to Mowbray Creek, see if I can get to the falls and see if it's worth dragging the family for a walk through. I think we're about 500 metres from it. We definitely can't drive there though. I'll scoot down here and investigate and see if we can find it. Found the creek. I guess the falls are downstream. It's pretty thick in here. Haven't found the waterfall, but I found a waterfall and a ripper looking swimming hole. Check this out for pristine beauty in the middle of nowhere. It's got a huey tinge to it, but for the most part I can see through it to the bottom. I've just climbed up this little rock face above the creek. According to my GPS, behind me should be the road that we had to stop on. Should be the far end of the road that we had to stop on. I'm going to cut back through, see if I can find my way back to the girls. From this point the creek looks pretty specky. I'll see if they want to come for a walk. Don't want to go to the big falls and leave the girls in the car alone for an hour in the middle of nowhere, so I'll cut back to them, see if they want to come for a walk through, see if this track even leads back to them. What have I found here? I am literally in the middle of nowhere, and there's these huge man-made piles of rocks. Maybe way back when someone was mining out here. Large rocks behind me through the bush, and then this mountain of smaller, manageable sized rocks all up above that creek bank. If I was to have a guess, I'd say down in here someone was mining at one point in history. This is incredible. Good news is up here I've found a bit of reception on the old phone, so if I get tagged by a snake I might be able to call for help. I'm still a walk away from the car. Again, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm sure the girls are freaking out about where I am. Oh, it's thicker than I thought. We'll keep cutting through. There should be a road back up this way somewhere if it still exists. Again, another 50 metres through the bush. More signs of an old mine. This must have been where they were dumping the stuff off the end. I'm going to try and get up here and see what's on the other side. Sorry ladies, you're just going to have to wait this one out. This is way too exciting of a find not to investigate further. Alright, I'm at the top of the pile. Unfortunately, I can't move anywhere, it's way too overgrown. Literally had to climb up the side of a cliff to get up here. The falls are in the distance behind the trees, and aside from wasting a lot of time, I am completely lost. Yeah, this just got hairy. See if I can get back down without breaking a leg, and then I've got to try and find a way out of here.
Eventually.
Okay, found the old road, or lack thereof. Very clearly a road. Also very clearly hasn't been driven this century. Now that I've got a bit of clearing, I can see some old mining gear out in the bushes, so 100% I've somehow stumbled across an old mining site. Not on any map I've researched. And definitely has not been accessed in quite some time. Just another piece of history hidden out here in the Aussie bush. All's not lost. I found the car. It's only been an hour. Hopefully they weren't ringing for help just yet. It's still running too. At least they've had aircon. I'm sweating my nads off. Alright, let's see what they want to do. Mulberry Falls.
Did we make it to the falls?
Just about. I was as close as you could get without getting there.
Story of your life.
Nothing like an old mine to get the juices flowing.
An old mine? It was a piece of hole in the wall.
Yeah, but no one's seen for God knows how long.
Oh.
We were the first footsteps, and I was the first bloke lost in there. Probably the first bloke lost in there ever. But we're definitely the first footprints for quite some time. Anyway, we're going to backtrack out of here and try and get to Innot Hot Springs to give the girls a swim, because I did promise them a swim.
How are we gonna make? go down this. Ready? It's working!
Well, I'm not sure whether you'd call today a failure or a success. We definitely failed to get to the falls, but I think we had some fun anyway. What do you girls reckon?
It was good.
Do you want to tell us how you really feel? How many times did you cry today because we four-wheel drove?
About 5.
Yeah.
I enjoyed stumbling across that old mine, even though she wasn't nothing specky. Well,
Catch you on the flip side.
well, that's a wrap from us. Get out there and create your own adventure.
Don't forget to watch the bloopers.
I'm gonna follow this creek down to the main creek. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and there's just these huge man-made. Not sure whether you'd call today
You're back online. You're on the best route. You should reach your destination by 3:18 p.m.
Please add that in. Check out them bloopers. Well, if you got it, check out them bloopers.
How many takes you up to, mate?
Shut up.
Just a little short one for you to show what we can get up to on a day. Anyway.